I wonder who's going to be commenting today. I'm very, very curious. Like when I go live, I'm always curious to see what the comments are going to be. Like I'm always just so curious and so interested to wonder who's going to come on. And I do have to admit, I like interacting with you in the comments on my videos and on live streams. I like seeing the comments and speaking to them. Because you all have souls and you all have spirits and you all are all human and you have things to say and opinions, and it's very, very interesting to hear that. Um, Although at times it does get me very, very nervous and get me very, very um, just my power is taken away from me, kind of. With comments, I have a video on my Real Me podcast about what I feel like when I get comments. One of my first Real Me podcast episodes on there, and I would do Real Me podcast, but I was just like, I want to go live, talk about this. So there's two things that I want to talk about today, and the first of which is the fact that, let me be clear, I'm not going to try to get 1,000 subscribers. I may think that I want to, but every time I try, I just don't want to. I just do not want to get that number of subscribers, and here's the reason why. Okay, so I was watching a video the other day, and this guy was talking about how, with getting 1,000 subscribers, to first of all, um, put like categories on your videos, like put keywords on your videos, because apparently that's what the big YouTubers do. Put keywords on their videos, like dirt bike, messed up, got, um, I think that was one example, like got in the dirt or, whatever. Or, for example, one of the video I made on the day that I did this was Neptune the second house. But I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that because the reason why I don't want to do that is because I want to title my videos what I want to title them. I like having the subject and then a colon or a dash and um then a subtitle, like the subtitle on the Neptune the second house was money, 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 because it was in quotes because it was the name of the song that I started the video with to prove a point, because it's about fantasizing about money, and that's kind of what you do with Neptune in the second house, is you fantasize about money. And I went into a whole discussion about money on that podcast. So I wanted to title it, and then on another one, with the Jupiter and Virgo podcast that I'm incredibly proud of, and I'm incredibly proud of the Neptune in the second house as well. Um, I titled the Jupiter and Virgo "Seeing the Bigger Picture," because that's the lesson. That's the big lesson of Jupiter in Virgo, is seeing the bigger picture, not getting stuck in the details, but seeing the bigger outlook. That's what it comes down to. So, and if you want to comment, please feel free to comment. Please feel free to comment. It does help me to, I can see who's watching or whatever. But it does help me to see that the comments. I like to see comments in my live streams. I do. Um, so anyway, just not the ones that I'm just like these are against my values or whatever. Anyway, I don't want to go into a whole discussion on that. So I want to title them what I want to title them. And then the other thing that the guy said that I remember was And a lot of these videos which talk about YouTube tutorials, YouTube tutorials when it comes to getting 1,000 subscribers are like these edited high-tech videos that it's like the video can be 10 minutes long and it feels like the longest video to watch because it's just so much packed information and you can tell it's edited and it's like the professionally done ones. I have no skills in that area. So the other thing I want to talk about was thumbnails. I put thumbnails in my videos now. I used to not do that, but I want thumbnails in every video. Um and I do not have the technological skills to create thumbnails. I do not have the skills to create thumbnails of my own. I'm not that advanced yet. What I can do is put images in for thumbnails that I did not create. That's what I can do. And I can use an editing software to put in um, the picture to the audio recording and do all of that I do for my audio videos or podcast videos is what I do. But I cannot create my own thumbnail. Someday I will get very, very advanced and I will do that with thumbnails, is create my own. So I can't do that. I do not have the skills to do it. And I hope that my technical skills, my editing skills, are not keeping me from 1,000 subscribers. I hope not. I mean, Pam Gregory is an example of somebody who does not follow a single bit of the advice that the guy gave. Maybe the keywords in the title, I don't know. But doesn't follow any of that advice. And yet, go to her channel and look at her subscriber number. And I dreamt about it last night. Like, it is a lot of subscribers. A lot of subscribers, and yet she doesn't have, all the tools. Like, granted, I do feel that her videos are overrated, and I do feel like, there could be improvement in her astrology videos, but, that's beside the point. So, so the thumbnails is what he put. Wait, okay, I hope I'm not looking away from the camera. I hope that you're not watching this thinking, why are you looking at the camera? It's like when I look at myself in these live streams, I can't do it because it's just, I just look down and look away from myself. It's very, very difficult to look at myself. That's probably why I like doing so many audio videos now, is because I can just listen to myself. But so anyway, I have not seen any comments yet. So anyway, the next thing that he said was how you actually make the video in terms of what you say in the video. And and this kind of goes back to like when you're in English class and you learn how to put a hook at the beginning of your essay, like a hook to get people to want to watch your video, like a question, like he suggested, like a question to to um to kind of get people, because apparently the thing about like if you're asking a question that nobody knows the answer to yet, you're going to answer like in the next 10 minutes I'm going to answer this question that I asked at the beginning of the video. Apparently that hooks people on, hooks the dopamine on, and it gets them interested and keeps them watching. And so just like in English, when you learn that you have a hook to your beginning of your essay, I can see the value of that hook. And sometimes I ask questions, sometimes I just summarize the video, which kind of tells you immediately what it's about. Without having to say, welcome, 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 let's get into it. Sometimes I do that, it all depends, but what I've done in a couple of my recent videos, and a couple other videos, as I know that Astrology with Heather does the same thing with her videos. She starts out the video by summarizing what it's about. And I do the same thing sometimes. So I give you, like, it gets right into it. And I think that that helps you get a better sense of, like, okay, immediately, information. Immediately when you click on the video, you're getting what you want. And then, if you so wish, you can sit down and go deeper with it. So it gives you, like, a little something to whet your appetite, get you something interested at the beginning of the video. And then you can stick around for more when I go in depth and go into the real discussion of that topic. Like how I introduced my Pisces North Node video the other day with saying that the Pisces North Node is about compassion. It's about using your intuition. It's about tapping into the energy of unconditional love. Like I listed all these things about the Pisces North Node immediately as you were getting into the video and and doing all of that with it. um, when it comes to the video. Um, please don't think that you're popping in and off this live stream because of what I'm talking about. I would encourage you to stick around because I do have a lot of value to what I have to say here, and I, I don't want to put something out there that is not me giving my value and what I have to give. You know, and I will just go out and say it. I can the direction that it's going right now, I think I can see myself monetizing for videos when I get up to 1,000 subscribers. Like, like I see myself doing it. I made a video where I was like, I'm not going to do it, but I'm very, very serious about this. And, you know, it will give me income for something that I genuinely enjoy doing, and that's kind of one of the points I want to make on the Neptune in the Second House podcast is doing something that you feel inspired, that feels like a spiritual calling to you to do, that your soul is aligned with, yet it makes money, yet you can monetize for. That's one of the big points I was emphasizing in that Neptune in the Second House. So, I suggested in that video, like, I'm probably going to do this, and I made a video saying I'm not going to, but it's tough. Very, 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 very tough to make this decision. Um, you know, I'd honestly like to see more engagement on my videos. It's like barely anybody sees my videos. Barely anybody sees my posts on Instagram or Facebook. It's like surely the people that I knew in my life would be liking the posts and commenting. Nope, they're not doing that. Surely there would be more following on Instagram. Surely that would grow. Nope, I don't see barely any following. Barely anybody sees my posts. It's like I'm talking into a void. Barely anybody sees my community posts. And my videos aren't getting very many views, except for that one on Jupiter directing Cancer, which got over 1,000 views, which is crazy. It is crazy. Ideally, I like to see the subscriber number go up with that. But anyway, so he suggested putting in questions. It's like, all of this is catering to the viewer. When you are actively seeking out getting 1,000 subscribers, you are catering to the viewer. You are keeping the viewer in mind. You are doing it for others, for the viewer, instead of yourself, instead of creating what you want to create with your own sovereignty of how you want to do it. You are doing it for others, and it just takes away the joy and the fun of it when you do it that way. Just why are you on YouTube if you're going to make videos catering to the audience alone? It's just, I don't get it. I do it for myself, and if you are interested, then you by all means, the videos are free to click on and watch, and I really, really want to see people watching my videos because I put those out, publicly, and I want to see others watching it, but I won't compromise how I do my videos, or I won't try to do them in a way where I'm only focused on the audience and what the audience wants. Um, and that's, and the thing with getting 1,000 subscribers is I can try all the things that the guy talked about in that video, but and of course it's a guy. It's never a female. It's never a like in these types of stereotypical YouTube videos, it is never a female. Never. Always a male. I don't understand why it has to always be a male talking about YouTube and tips when it comes to growing your channel. It is always a male. Always. I've never seen a female video. Like, what is the deal with males only being the ones to do this? I just don't get it. Um, you know, let me think. It's like why on earth does YouTube give out the darn YouTube play buttons to creators? Why? They didn't earn the reward. They didn't work to earn the reward with the videos themselves. They're only getting it because their videos just happened to be popular. And the video happened to have a lot of views on it. And they happened to have a lot of subscribers. They couldn't control that. You cannot control the outside world. You cannot control what other people do. You cannot control the number of subscribers that you get or the number of views that you get. You don't know. I didn't think that that one Jupiter directing cancer video would get all those views, but it did. And I didn't try to make it so that it could. It's just, if there is not certainty, and I'm not sure, and it's not a certain guarantee that if I apply all these things, I'm going to get a lot of subscribers, then it's just not worth it because you cannot control what other people do. You may do all this stuff, and other people may not even click on the video, and you may not gain a whole lot of subscribers. Like, I question myself. Like I see those videos, and I'm like, makes me feel bad about myself because I'm not doing all these things that could get me more following, and I feel like I'm doing the wrong things. It's like when I acknowledge the video is gonna be long, apparently that's not a good thing because you shouldn't do that in videos because it's, turns the viewer off, and I don't do that in a lot of videos, maybe in a couple, but I don't complain about it or I don't make it a negative, I just emphasize that the video is gonna be long, that's all. Um, you know, it just when I watch it, it's like I have to compromise what I wanna do just for the viewers, and I want more engagement on my videos. I want more people to see my videos. I want more subscribers, but I don't wanna compromise what I wanna do with my videos and how many videos I produce because there's something about, well, if you produce videos every day or multiple videos every day, then you're gonna stay small and you're not gonna grow. Well, again, compromising what you wanna do. I happen to produce a lot of videos because I'm just so into it. I just wanna do it so much, and I'm just so focused on it, and it's just so fun to do that I just wanna create a lot of videos, and I've created a lot of videos in the recent weeks, um, because I'm just so invested in this. My soul and my being, like every fiber of my being is invested into this hobby. This hobby which was forecast in my life. Like as soon as I started with the camera when I was little, when it comes to creating videos, it was like it was bound to happen. Like I feel like I was meant to be on YouTube creating videos. It was like it was gonna happen at some point and it happened starting in 2021. Like it just was bound to happen. And I kind of knew I was gonna go in that direction. And lo and behold, my hobby now is making videos and doing all this stuff, and that's who I am. That's makes up a lot of who I am because that's how I grew up. My parents gave me the camera, and I was just off with that darn thing. I was, filming video after video. Like, I did not grow up in a way that a lot of others grow up. I didn't have outside friends. I didn't get out of the house very much and, meet people and interact and do all that stuff. I was at home. I was an only child with my parents. I didn't have siblings. I had the camera and I had my videos, and that's the majority of how I spend um, my childhood is with that. Um, so that is what I want to say to that. And just the fact that when I see all these you know videos on how to get more subscribers, and I watch them, and it makes me feel bad about myself, like I'm not doing the right thing. It makes me feel, yeah, just anyway. I want to move on to my next big point in this live stream. Yesterday night, um, yesterday, at work, I happened to get the voice again, of course. And every time I get it, I'm disempowered. It's kind of the same thing over and over again, very annoying and whatever. So I got that. Then I came home, and then that evening, I I made a video kind of against my better judgment. Like, I was like, I wanted to rest, and I wanted to just have a chill evening, just resting and just doing other stuff. But I just happened to just want to film two videos on an astrological transit, which are the Sun conjunct Neptune videos, which I filmed last night. And when I filmed those videos, a part of me, when I filmed those videos, was like, you shouldn't be doing this. Why are you doing this? Take a break, relax, do something else. And then I just felt guilty for doing it. Like, a part of me felt like I shouldn't be doing this, and like it was not the best use of my time, and I should be doing other things. And so the thing is, I did that one video on the collective look at the Sun conjunct Neptune. And then I did another one for all 12 signs. And by the time I was done with that 12 sign video, I was just I was exhausted. And I felt burnt out. And I burnt myself out with that. I just, because, okay, I am not going to do more than one transit per week, because otherwise I want to make this video about this. I want to make that video about that. And pretty soon I'm just burning out and exhausting all the astrological aspects going on. Like, no, I want to draw a boundary to this. One one transit. One transit per week. That's it. No more. So I did that early because I thought that I would do the Sun conjunct Saturn transit, which I don't think that I'm going to do because I could, but I want to draw the boundary. Um, so the Sun conjunct Neptune is more important. I discussed that aspect on that video for the week of March 22nd. It happens on March 22nd exactly. So I filmed that video early, thinking that I would just make whatever video I felt like, even if it is transits. But I filmed the video early, so I'm not going to be filming on Friday. If I only thought about this, I'd film Friday, and I just like to film those videos only on Fridays and just do that video one a week. Like, there's something about that. There's something about doing it on a certain day, only one a week, only one transit a week, that I just like so much better than just doing all these aspects and just talking about it, just talking about all these things and not living it and not embodying it. Like, just all air and no action. Um, like, Pretty soon I don't want my astrology videos to be meaningless because I'm producing so many, and it's like, I talk about one aspect, then I talk about another aspect. No, I want to keep it to one aspect per week. So I will not be doing a video on the Sun-Saturn conjunction. I want to make a very, very firm boundary with myself when it comes to the transit videos, because I have to film two videos. Well, I don't have to film it, of course, but in my mind I have to, because I want to. I want to do the collective, and I want to do the 12 sign video for all those things. So it just takes more time, and it's very, very time consuming, and it takes a lot of work to try to talk, and like it takes a lot of time and energy to produce um these videos, um to give all this astrological information. Like, it takes a lot of time to do this, and it takes a lot of my mental energy to do this, and I put my blood, sweat, and tears into producing these videos. I do. I make them the best that they can be. I don't think that when I make the video, I do it in a half-assed way. I don't think that I do it in a half-assed way. I do it in a full way where I'm giving, all of what I can give in the video, with what feels natural, with what I want to include, with what I want to talk about, with what comes to mind. And if insights pop up out of nowhere, I just bring those things up, because I holding it in, nope, no, I just bring it up. So, y- you know, this is the kind of dynamic to be mindful of, is not to burn yourself out. Like, I received a comment on one of my videos talking about, don't burn yourself out, avoid burnout, and I kind of burnt myself out with these videos last night. And I felt exhausted. Then pretty soon, most of the evening just went away, and then I had like only an hour or something. And most of that hour I spent editing the video and putting it on my channel, and doing all that, which I'll go in and add add things to, which the video is available. I put the timestamps and you can go check it out. But I just burnt myself out with it. Burned myself out with it completely. And that's what I did. Why am I not seeing any comments? I burnt myself out with that video completely last night. Burnt. Just as I said before, so burnout. I want to talk about burnout. Like, when we get into burnout, we become so um like, I gotta get this done. I gotta, work on this and put all my attention and energy on this. That you burn yourself out. That you exhaust yourself. That you're like, you do all this stuff, and you're um just making yourself exhausted with all this time and all this work that you put in to the videos, and or whatever you're doing. Like, it can be a goal, or it can be like doing that. You just put so much into what you do, and you do it so intensely, and you just keep doing it to the point of exhaustion, and then you burn yourself out. Like, you exhaust yourself. And I have the tendency to go to extremes with my Scorpio South node. I'm like, I want to get this done, and I go in a very, very intense, obsessive way, and I burn myself out. And so, um, that is not the energy that I want to approach videos with. I want to approach videos in this way, in the Taurus North Node way, with doing it because I genuinely want to do it, and I can't not do it. Like, I just have this enthusiasm to make this video, besides the vastness of Google scheduled videos that I do, 3 videos a week. But for the other videos that I do, it's because I want to do the video. I want to do the video, and I can't not do the video. Like every part of my being and my soul is like, I want to do this, and I'm so invested in this, and if I do something else, it's like a waste of my time to do it, and I might as well be sitting and procrastinating on doing what I really want to do Like, videos light me up. Making videos is what lights me up. Like, if I received that card from the Work Your Light Oracle, which I have by Rebecca Campbell, I'd be like, yep, I know it lights me up. this. This lights me up. So, um, you know, the Scorpio South Node is like going at it in a very, very intense, obsessive way where you're like fixed and going all in a way where you just go in all obsessive and you burn yourself out because of the video and or whatever that you do. The Taurus North Node is approaching it in a way with moderation, where you're not overdoing it. Like Taurus North Node is like, I'm doing it because I genuinely want to do it. It's from a calm, grounded place, but from a desired place, like your soul is in it and you can't not do it. But you do it and you're like, you know what? I feel satisfied now. I don't need to do another one. I can take a break and do other things. I can approach this in a slow and steady way. The Scorpio South is like, oh, I want to do it. Oh, but then I have this other idea and I want to do another one. Oh, I have this other idea and I want to do another one. And a part of you is like, stop, take a break, rest. Don't be so intense. Um, you've done one, it's fine. Now take a break and rest and do something else. That's the Scorpio South, and when you approach it in a way where you're not having moderation to it, and you're doing one after another. Taurus North Node is like moderating yourself in a way where, y- you know what? I did one video that I want to do, but I feel satisfied. Actually, I want to take a break. Like, I feel good. I don't need to do another one at this point in time. Like, it's a slow and steady grind away where you're in your body and you're, connected, in that kind of way. And, you know, that's how I want to approach my, videos, doing those is, not in a way where it's like, um, you know, um, so intense, but in a way where you're grounded, you're stable. Like I had something that I wanted to say earlier, and I just forgot it. It just slipped. But I think it's along the same point that I was trying to make. So when I approach the videos that I want to, it's like I'm not going to expect myself to produce all of these videos. All of these videos that I want to produce all at once. It's like relax. Just relax. Like, release, let go, and surrender the need to make all these videos all at once right now. Because if you do, you're going to burn yourself out. And so it doesn't work for Taurus North nodes to go at something in a very, very intense, obsessive way. It works to go at something in a slow and steady way where you know what? It's like when you're eating, too much of one thing is a bad thing. Like if you're overeating and you're doing it in a compulsive way, like binge eating or whatever, then you're gonna get sick and then you're gonna, get exhausted and your body's not gonna be as healthy. But when you eat and you're like, you allow yourself to do it because you want to eat, and you're like, I've eaten, and you know what? I've had enough. I've had enough and I want to stop eating. I want to take a break from eating. Like I've had my meal and I'm good. Like that's the Taurus North node. Allowing yourself to do what makes you feel good, what makes you feel content, not restricting yourself, not holding yourself back because, oh, you're trying to moderate, you're trying to discipline yourself. Discipline is good, but it cuts off what you really want to do. It cuts off what your soul wants to do. So don't cut off what your soul wants to do at that time, but don't do it in a way where it's like getting in an intense way where you're just getting one video done, do another video done. I will do my videos that I want to do them, the extra videos, because I want to do them at that time. and my soul is in it. And and it's like I can do it, and like it feels right to do it. And today being the new moon in Pisces, it's time to reflect. It's time to go internal. It's time not to, I said very, very specifically for my sun sign, don't be all, excitable and too crazy and too, like calm down, be calm, be grounded, reflect. And so I think I'm going to spend today just doing other things. You know, probably and just not doing the video until, unless it's just I'm grounded, I'm calm, and it just feels like, what? It feels fine. I want to do this, and this feels like a good use of my time. Like, I don't want to make videos if it feels like not a good use of my time. You know, from an inside out perspective, because I genuinely want to use that thing for that time for doing other things, not from an outside in perspective, the other things that I want to do. I mean, when I get to college classes, I will not have as much time to produce as many videos as I am producing, but I will still keep to the 3 videos a week, and I will not bend that. I will not bend it. I don't care if I'm the busiest person in the world. I will put aside that time and devote my energy and my attention to these videos, and then get back to it after I'm done. Like like that work comes second. Like I have the planned videos, the 3 videos per week that I do. The Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the transit video, the general astrology video, then the other video planned per week. And then the other ones for the vastness of Google and the Real Me podcast are um are other videos that I want to do. Like there are other videos. And so yeah. Yep. Um so I will do, I will keep to that. And I will not bend that just because, oh, I'm busy and I have a lot of work to do and I can't attend to that. No, no. I made a promise to myself. I'm gonna keep to that promise. 3 videos a week, one Friday, one Saturday, one Sunday. Not bending it. Not bending it. No. But I will bend the other videos that I want to produce because I'll be busy and I won't have time. Because I want to be real with myself that I have to get work done. I have to do all that, and I can't be so consumed with it because I have to get the work done. But I will, make a compromise with myself, and say the 3 videos per week when I'm in school and I have a lot of work to do this coming fall, and I will just stick to that. Um, but so right now I just don't want to do more videos. I just want to relax and do other things today. I don't want to burn myself out with videos right now. I um yeah, I'm kind of tired. I want to take a break. So I think that that's what I'll do today. Is do that, and I want to approach the videos in a way that has moderation, like moderation from the external world. Is somebody saying you need to moderate yourself, and well, do you? Do you feel like you seriously need to moderate yourself? Or if you moderate like moderating yourself is not restricting yourself from doing what you want to do. Okay? It's not restricting yourself from that soul need for what you want to do and forcing yourself to do other things when your soul's like, I want to do this so bad, I can't not do it. Moderating yourself is not overdoing something to the point where you're burnt out by it and where you're realize like, oh, I'm doing this too much and this is too much and I need to draw boundaries and I need to, like, if you feel internally like you're doing this way too much and it's like it's become too much and you have to draw a boundary to it and you have to do other things to balance your life out, like that's when moderation needs to come into play. not when you're restricting yourself from doing what your soul wants to do. That's not moderation. That is restriction. That is holding yourself back. So I wanted to clarify that. I believe that's all that I have to say on this live stream. Again, I could have done a podcast episode, but I just felt like coming on and doing a live. So, and I don't have to always do the Real Me podcast as a format. I can do whatever format of video I want to do. Just the podcast is one format. Live is one format. Video is one format. So they're all formats that I can do, and I'm not going to worry about filling in, um, you know, a lot of podcasts or a lot of this or a lot of that. Um, you know, it is what it will be, and it is whatever I want to do in the way that I want to do it. So when it comes to my videos, so anyway, that is all that I have to say for now, and I will see you on the next video or the next live stream. Bye for now.